Medellin Colombia allows you to set up your life in such an amazing way, whether you're optimizing for adventure, for productivity and getting stuff done, and you actually want to grow a business, or even if you just want to have an amazing network and grow with like-minded individuals. I think that you'll see after this video that it might be a good place for you to consider moving or staying in longer term. Some people come for a couple weeks. I ended up staying there for almost 6 months. Now, I did not plan that. I wanted to go for 1 or 2 months, and then I ended up staying for 5 months last year, and then I came right back when the new year hit, and then I stayed for an additional 6 months. I'm gonna talk about how you can not only set up your life in such an amazing way for a very, very reasonable price, but I'm gonna show you how you can actually be productive if that's what you want, how you can go on more adventures and explore everything and have more time for that, or how you can build a network of like-minded individuals that you can share experiences with and make lifelong friendships with people that are on the same wavelength as you. Plus, I'm even going to share with you some of the downsides and some of the stuff that you really want to watch out for. A lot of people come here and they do their research. It seems a little bit dangerous, but really they don't realize that that danger only exists if you're only doing certain activities. And I'm going to share those with you so you can avoid that as much as you can. Okay, so first things first, as a digital nomad, you probably care about Wi-Fi a lot. You want a strong Wi-Fi connection. Maybe you're doing Zoom calls all day. Maybe you are working and you need fast internet speeds. This is the perfect place for it. I've traveled to a ton of different places. I've struggled with this in the past before I came to Medellin, but here it's not a problem. Every single place that I've stayed at had at least 100 or 200 megabytes per second, and it has also been extremely reliable. So I don't think you're gonna struggle with Wi-Fi at all, no matter what part of town you live in. So I'm gonna give you the 3 main spots that you should consider living in when you are visiting or when you're going to stay long-term. My suggestion is you first come for a month and check out the different areas, see what vibe fits you best. We have El Poblado. This is the most famous one. This is where all the tourists and the nomads go to. You have all the restaurants there. You have a lot of amazing places. However, do not sleep on Envigado. I stayed in Envigado and I love that town. Everyone is super friendly. It's a bit more local. It's very safe. And I had a lot of fun staying there. But there's also Laureles, which is the second most popular spot, I would say. It's also extremely walkable. Plus, it's actually cheaper than El Poblado, right? All the restaurants you go to there are going to be slightly more expensive. And by the way, when I say more expensive, I mean it's still cheaper than US prices. So no matter which of these places you stay in, you'll probably still be saving money and enjoy the cuisine, enjoy the nature, enjoy everything around you more than you would in the US, for example. Now, if you value walking as much as I do, right? I don't want to take Ubers everywhere I go. I would rather live in a central place and walk to everything. And Envigado, that is possible. If you stay in Laureles, that's also possible. Now, if you stay in El Poblado and you are up in the hills, then you're going to have to call Ubers for everything. Now, luckily for you, Ubers are extremely cheap. I mean, every time I would take an Uber, it would basically be $2 or $3, whether it's like a 15-minute drive or a 30-minute drive. So it's extremely affordable, but it's just kind of annoying to always sit in a car, and also sometimes there's traffic. So if you're in the hills, understand that that's going to be your situation. You're going to have amazing views, but you're going to have to Uber into town, into any restaurants, and so forth. If you live in Laureles or in Envigado, you're going to be able to walk everywhere, depending, of course, on the location as well. But if you if you make sure it's central, you can find a gym nearby, you can find maybe even a co-working space nearby and walk everywhere. This has been one of my favorite things about it, because I walk to the gym, I walk to a park that was by my house, and anytime I'd even want to listen to an audiobook or something like that, I was able to go outside, exercise a little bit, stretch my legs, break up my day. I would do this kind of like right after lunch, and I loved it. It was amazing. Next, let's talk a little bit about life setup. Look, imagine waking up in the morning and having a cleaner come to your house once a week, twice a week and cleaning everything for you, doing your laundry, making sure your house looks absolutely amazing, cleaning your shoes, right? Taking care of all the stuff that you probably don't want to do. As a digital nomad, you would much rather sit down, do your work, be productive. However many hours you work, you want to maximize those hours. And this is a great place for that. Now imagine also having a private chef that comes to you and cooks for you. I have friends that do it every single day, but what you could do is hire someone to come in and just meal prep for you, right? They can come 1 day a week, maybe 2 days a week if you'd like, and they can cook your food for you. They can pick up the groceries, cook it, put it in your fridge. So all you have to do is sit down, heat it up, and eat it. How much more efficient would you be if you had someone take care of all of this? And even if you don't want to hire a chef that comes and cooks for you, there is an app called Rappi. Now you can get this app and it's going to deliver food to your house really from any restaurant. It's extremely common. Once you arrive in Medellin, you'll see all the bikes with the red Rappi logo and you'll see them everywhere because it's an extremely affordable and amazing way to get food delivered to your house. So at any point of the day, you can order delicious food. It'll be at your house in 30 minutes, an hour, whatever, from all of your favorite restaurants. So it's extremely worth it, even if you don't hire someone full time. And the crazy thing is, yes, we have Uber Eats and we have all this stuff in the States. However, here it's like $4 or $5 to get that stuff delivered. Sometimes it's less. I've paid like $2 to get everything delivered. That's with the tip, that's with the delivery fee. If you're just getting one meal for $8, it ends up being like $10, $11, $12 to eat a fresh plate of food in front of you. And you have so many options to choose from, so you'll have a ton of variety. This has been one of my favorite parts. If you have a strict meal program and you want to go off of it, order some food and you have every restaurant basically at your fingertips. Next are the gyms. Look, I'll be honest, the gym that I had in Medellin, Colombia by my house that I was walking to, it was maybe like a 5 to 10 minute walk, was nicer than the gym that I had when I was living in Las Vegas. It was nicer than the gym I had growing up in Buffalo, New York. Yes, this is a third world country, but if you live in these areas, like I'm telling you, you can still experience a really high-end quality lifestyle with nice things around you. I feel like sometimes people just think everything's gonna be third world. The gym's not nice or it's old school or equipment. That wasn't the case at all. Everyone was extremely friendly. I don't even speak Spanish, but I would still go in and I would come in and I would joke with the front desk guy and he would learn some English, I would learn some Spanish and we would practice. And it was overall a fun time. And you're gonna have two options when you go to the gym, mainly. Of course, there's more, and if there's one closer to your house, use that one, but there's Smart Fit and there's Body Tech. Those are the two big ones that you wanna check out that I know are going to be nice. A lot of people start showing up like any gym at 5 or 6 p.m. So I like to go in the middle of the day after lunch, maybe around 12, maybe around 1 to also kind of break up my day. So let's talk about the next point, which is networking, which is friend groups, having a social life. Now, as a digital nomad, maybe you arrived in Medellin, Colombia alone, and so you're looking for friends. Now, of course, if you go to a co-working spot, it's very easy to meet people, right? Just talk to someone, ask what they do, and most people are going to speak English or some English, and you can hang out with them. What I found is an amazing networking group. It's a group of entrepreneurs and people that are also growing a business. Now, I don't know if it's me and I'm attracting agency owners, but it seems to me like there was a lot of people that live there that also run marketing agencies. And the cool thing about this is they're also living in this spot, and some of them don't speak Spanish either. So you can instantly make friends and connect with someone because you already have something in common. And what I learned is that these people meet up every single week. They do Taco Tuesday. They all go out together on weekends, and it was absolutely an amazing vibe, and everyone was super nice and super friendly. Now, chances are, if you're not a digital nomad yet, or you live in one place, maybe the place you grew up, it's a little bit hard to find like-minded individuals. Who else is making money online and has these goals of world travel and wants to make 6 figures, multiple 6 figures, and also live an amazing life? It's a bit hard to find those people in your local town, in your local neighborhood, in your local city. You come here and you instantly have interests. You instantly have things in common that you can talk about. And by the way, if you want to know exactly how I travel the world full-time, live in amazing places like this while making over $20,000 per month and growing every single month, then you can check out the link in the description. I have a free step-by-step course that you can check out. It's the exact business that I run. I show you exactly how I run it. I even show you exactly how I get clients for this company. I started off as a freelancer. I've tried everything and I stumbled upon this model. It's called software with services. It's the best reoccurring business model that you can use as a digital nomad, and you'll get paid in dollars. You'll get paid no matter where you are in the world. Instead of talking about the newest Netflix show and the newest this or random conversations in some bar over drinks, you're always meeting people that are growth minded. They're evolving, they're growing, they're traveling, they're doing cool things. They're hiking up to Pablo Escobar's old prison, going up to waterfalls, they're horseback riding, they're doing just cool stuff in their life. And these are the people that you probably want to be around and go on adventures with and see new things with. And this community that you build, honestly, is probably one of my favorite parts about Medellin, is that it attracts a certain kind of entrepreneur. It attracts a certain kind of digital nomad that has similar values to you. So you instantly have stuff in common. Imagine you meet someone and you start talking to them about your values and about what they do. They ask you what you do, and they might even be able to give you advice on what you do. They can say, hey, I actually tried that, or I found that this was better. There are literally people that are paying thousands and thousands of dollars, tens of thousands sometimes, to join these mastermind events and these community meetups and seminars, and then you're meeting people next to you, building connections and building business partnerships and paying a lot of money for this. Here, that's just your average Friday. That's just your average Tuesday. Your average Saturday is hanging out with these same people. So it's very easy to not only get close with them, but to also provide value, share your experience with them, and everyone benefits, and a rising tide lifts all ships. And even business aside, if it wasn't for all the money goals and business goals, we still have so much in common. One weekend, you can be going paragliding. The next weekend, you are renting a boat in Guatapé, which is like 1 hour away roughly. You're going wakeboarding. You're just living an adventurous life. And not just that, but you're doing all of these things at a fraction of the price on what it would cost if you're doing this in the US or in some first world country. And the cool thing is not only will that benefit your business, your social life, your mental energy, but it'll also push you. You're seeing that everyone's working, everyone's doing all this cool stuff. You'll naturally want to grow. You'll naturally want to be better. You'll naturally want to improve, right? You're the average of 5 people that you spend the most time with. Everyone knows this. And those people are not hard to find if you're a nomad in Medellin. And on top of all of that, if that wasn't enough, it's actually going to be safer for you to be around these people too. When you travel in groups, when you travel with multiple people, especially if they have more experience than you and it's your first time in Medellin, they will show you the ropes, right? They'll show you, hey, this is the best place to go out. This is the best place to get cigars. This is the best place to eat. And it's just safer to walk around in a group all together. Next, let's talk a bit about dating, because I feel like guys specifically come to Medellin and they think that because they make US dollars, they're gonna be this Mr. Big hot shot. They come there with their US passport or UK passport, whatever, and they think that every single girl is going to love them and they're gonna get all this attention. Look, you need to be socially calibrated. You're not just gonna go out and everyone's gonna flock to you and they're going to love you. And why would you even want that? You will get more attention from females. However, if a girl is with you because you make money, or if a girl's with you because you're from a different country, why would you want to be around that kind of girl anyways? You need to keep your guard up. There's tons of stories of guys that are getting drugged and robbed in Medellin, getting their laptop stolen, their phone stolen, whatever. And then worst case scenario, they disappear. It does happen. You have to be careful and you have to keep your guard up. Guys come, they see attractive girls, and all of a sudden they're getting all this attention and they fall into it. Look, if you meet a girl and she wants to go home with you right away, or she's too flirty, she's too upfront, then run. This advice could potentially save your life if not save you from getting robbed or drugged. So you have to be careful, keep your guard up, and overall you will detect, you'll start getting the sense of who is trying to get something from you. And that's another reason why I think it's important for you to actually get a friend group and a community. So you can go out with them, and if someone's been there for longer, they can give you tips. You can ask them about this girl or what they think about this, and they will help you. Now, on the other side of things, not everyone is out to get you, right? So when you're out, and when you're dating, you're gonna have to be a gentleman. Now look, you should already be doing this anyways, but if you're coming from the US and you're used to splitting a bill 50-50, which is crazy, I don't know why you're doing that, that's not gonna fly here, man. You're gonna meet a girl and then at dinner, ask her to pay for half the meal. Dude, she either won't pay or she'll just leave and block you. Here, girls are more traditional. They're more feminine. They expect you to open the door. They expect you to let them walk first. They expect you to pay for things when you go out. Be kind and don't try to flex on the girls about how you make money or this or that. In fact, don't even talk about money. Get to know someone, bring them around your friends, bring them to different restaurants. You'll get a sixth sense of who is dangerous and who is trying to use you for something, who's trying to rob you, who's trying to take advantage of you in some way. Now, while we're also on this topic, I want to talk about clothes and what you should wear. Look, you can absolutely wear nice things. You can look good. However, if you have a Rolex, if you have an AP, leave that stuff at home. There's no reason why you are even coming to Medellin with that nice of a things. That will get you attention. And even if you're in a group, that will attract attention to the whole group. And that is the last thing that you want. And I have some freaking crazy stories about this where I would go out and I would see a guy that's super drunk and he's in our group and he's wearing a Rolex. He's wearing a watch that's $50,000, $60,000. I think this is already insane to do this, let alone go out and start drinking. This is crazy. Now, nothing ended up happening to this friend, luckily, but don't do that. So all in all, I wish I made Medellin a home base for myself even earlier. I waited till my business really grew. It's making past 10K, past 15 or 20K per month. But honestly, you don't need to make that much. I wish I went earlier. I wish I made this my home base. All the amenities, everything that you can get, and the quality of life that you can have when you move is absolutely amazing. It will motivate you. It will inspire you. It will buy back time. That is extremely valuable. I used to spend Sundays freaking going to a grocery store, picking stuff out, and then the second half of the Sunday, meal prepping for the week. And that was efficient because I didn't have to cook throughout the week, but it's still a waste of time because now I can go and I can spend my Sundays learning something new or taking another course or journaling or writing or planning the future of my company or even just going on an adventure, going hiking, spending some time in nature, doing something that I actually like. So to be honest, I think if you're making like $4,000 or $5,000 per month, at least, you should really consider going to Medellin. Don't wait beyond that. You can live an amazing life, live in an amazing apartment, have an amazing life setup that will make you more productive. And if you want to go into monk mode, this is a perfect place for that. Just don't go out, don't have drinks, but you can still go to networking events, all of that, and your business will grow. And even if you're a digital nomad and it's not your company, maybe you work remotely for something, that's still fine. You can have these amenities and have all these amazing things in your life and just spend more time doing something that you actually love. Spend more time on your hobbies, whether it's painting or skydiving or horses or playing paintball, whatever it might be. You'll have more time for that. You'll have an amazing community of people that are also working remotely. It's easier than ever to make friends because they're like-minded, and you'll overall be happier, which will make you more productive, which will make you better at work and better at everything else that you do.